Hi. So I'm about to go on a crazy rant right now because I don't have the patience to write it all down, and I'm just livid right now. Oh, what's going on? Was on my Facebook feed when I'm not on Tumblr, which is not very often, and I see this come up on my Facebook. This article from a news source called Christwire, which, as I'm sure all of you can guess, is a Christian news source thing online. Completely not credible, and obviously everybody who writes on this site is just effing retarded. The headline for this page is Christwire.org, Conservative Values for an Unsaved World. I am a conservative's worst nightmare. Now, for those of you who actually follow me on my Tumblr, know that I hate it when people fucking diss on hipsters. What the fuck is this fascination with everybody hating on hipsters? Okay, I can understand like the yipsters or yupsters, whatever you call them, the fucking rich kids trying to look like they're poor. But let me tell you, if you go by the criteria for a hipster, wearing clothes from a thrift store, listening to obscure music, then I guess I'm a fucking hipster then, because I buy all my clothes at Goodwill, because I'm broke and in college and it's cheap. And I listen to obscure music because it's usually the best kind. And hey, you know what? I like music that's on the radio too. I'm not like, oh my god, fuck mainstream always. But, most of the time, songs that aren't on the radio tend to A, be better because they're by better bands that aren't completely filled with autotune. And B, because I don't play the fuck out of them. Like, if I hear someone like you on the radio one more time, I'm going to shoot myself in the face. This site called Christwire, I'll put the link below the video. And let me just quote you the first little bit of the article. It says, "A recent trend amongst teenagers in the suburban areas is to be a quote-unquote hipster. For those concerned parents who don't know what this is, hipsters are bohemian homosexuals who enjoy obscure music and the atmosphere that permits gay sexual acts to occur." Are you fucking shitting me? I just love how hipsters and homosexuals are somehow now the same exact fucking concept. They have nothing to do with each other. I have met tons of hipsters who are not homosexual. I have met tons of homosexuals who are not fucking hipster. They are not hand in hand. They don't just fucking stroll together down the street like, I'm hipster and I'm gay. And this picture, which I'll put on this video, of this fucking girl covered in tattoos with her sucking her thumb and her butt out in the air with these like plastic blue glasses and this like bow on her panties, because apparently hipsters are now not only homosexual and bohemian, they're also whores. Tacky tattoos, blue glasses, and haircut that's not even. This just doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Many hipsters will wear V-neck shirts, allowing members of the same sex to realize their orientation and seduce them into gay, lucid acts. I'll remember that next time I buy a V-neck, because I have never seen a straight person wear a V-neck. Every identifiably gay person in the world wears a fucking V-neck on a daily basis. They can be seen riding single-speed bikes that are a beacon to other hipster gays, letting them know that they're single and ready to mingle. If you're gay, you better be taking notes, because how you're going to find the love of your life. They will often meet each other and indoctrinate youth at music festivals, American Apparel, Urban Outfitters, and at liberal arts colleges. Okay, obviously does not make any fucking sense, because if they were really trying to look poor and buy at thrift stores, they would buy fucking clothes from thrift stores like normal fucking hipsters. Liberal arts colleges. So I go to FSU, so apparently this place is just riddled with fucking hipsters and homosexuals. If this place was actually riddled with hot hipster homosexuals, I'd be fucking ecstatic. Fucking homosexual sea of vagina. It would be great. And we're not even in like the second part of this article yet. I'm not going to read the whole thing because I'm just going to continue to get angry. Who the fuck wrote this? They will get blackout drunk on Pabst Blue Ribbon beer so they can engage in violent gay sex acts while listening to obscure bands whose lyrics promote such disgusting, deviant acts. I'm not really a big fan of Pabst. I'm gonna go ahead and say that I'm a fan of Bud Light, Corona. But I mean, it's not like I'm not like jacking off to Pabst all the time. I think what they're trying to imply here is that the act of hipsterism is not complete unless you're having violent gay sex while listening to obscure bands and holding a Pabst beer. In a recent event in a suburban high school, there have been reports of hipster gays taking trains down from Chicago to assault suburban teenagers. I can't find anything not wrong with that fucking sentence. Gay people, apparently, are assaulting all the fucking straight people. This is exactly where homophobia comes from. Let me just give you a little bit of what I'm thinking right now. Just because you have a vagina does not mean that I am automatically in love with you. Does that mean you like me if you're gay? First of all, if you're ignorant enough to be asking me that question, I have no interest in you at all because you're obviously a fucking retard. This is my smart, beautiful, wonderful roommate, Sarah. Straight and gays can be friends!
Ha, see?
Why is it that if gay people meet with straight people or even around straight people, we're automatically just fucking assaulting them? Because we have nothing better to do with our time than to take trains to go assault the straight Christian people. We get a kick out of it. It's like cocaine. Every hipster does. We're coked out and fucking while listening to crazy music and holding a Pabst in our hand. Because it's exactly what I do on a nightly basis. I wish. Who the fuck wrote this? If you see a hipster riding a bike on the street, do us all a favor and run his gay ass over with your car. What the fuck? Sarah, did you hear that? Yes. Now I'm gonna look at this quote from a feminism standpoint. Who says hipsters have to be men? Fucking retarded. I can be a fucking gay hipster if I want to be. I guarantee you a guy wrote this article for this reason. Because guys, straight Christian men are the most homophobic creatures to ever walk the earth. Okay, so just going back to how ignorant right-winged Christians are. I'm sorry for any of you right-wing Christians that actually have a brain, if there are any of you out there. So, a friend from my work came over the other day, and I had no idea his political ideas or anything like that. We just worked together, and he hit me up. So he comes over, and, you know, we're hanging out, smoking, chilling, and I was thinking back to a conversation we had in the car about this thing going on at my school, and it's called Free Market Wednesday. And it's a day where everyone goes and donates stuff, and then you take stuff for free, just whatever you need. And it's a passive way of protesting the capitalist market, which, you know, makes sense. So I was talking to him about it in the car, and I was telling him about it, and he kind of starts to chuckle. And before I registered that he was chuckling, I was like, yeah, it sounds really cool. And he was like, oh, yeah. Cool. From that off the bat, I was like, this kid must be a Republican. But you know what? As long as you don't sit there and preach your beliefs at me and we don't talk about politics, we can be, you know, decent friends, especially considering you're about to smoke me out. So we come back to my place. We're hanging out. He continues to make, like, awkward passes at me, and it's really weird. Randomly, he looks up at me and he goes, are you a lesbian? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, oh my God, that makes so much sense. I was like, what makes so much sense? He goes, just, you know, you, like the way you are and your views of the world. I can only assume the only view of the world he has of me is me supporting this whole Free Market Wednesday thing. So in his mind, the only reason I'm a liberal is because I'm gay. I mean, of course, it makes sense in the way, like, yeah, I'd support gay marriage, which is a liberal idea. But somehow my sexuality has something to do with my economic standpoint as well, because, you know, being gay automatically makes you against capitalism. Capitalism, penis. Free market, vagina. What the fuck? I immediately told him that I was going to bed and that he'd have to leave. In fact, I went to go hang out with my heterosexual roommate, Sarah, and then I continued and proceeded to diddle her. Educate yourself. How long has this video been? Are you a homosexual too? Are you mad? Are you mad?